The internet is forever a line we repeat to our children as they choose what to post. But if you've ever committed a crime, there is far less control over your online image.
It makes the hunt for a job come up empty, causing possibly some to return for a life of crime. A former North Carolina businessman who now mentors former inmates is looking to change that. Our Amanda Foster talked to him. That's all new at 6.
Well, many have fought to ban the box where job applicants mark their criminal history. This man says that box is obsolete because of what he saw in the tech industry.
Perception becomes reality to some individuals, and it's not always the case.
Perception. It's one of Josh Proby's biggest battles 5 months after prison. This is the first time he's Googled himself.
The picture, it only shows somebody who, in the state that they were in. It doesn't tell you that he's watched his children age through pictures. It doesn't tell you that he has understood his crime and the effect that it had on the community. It doesn't tell you the nights that he goes to sleep crying, trying to figure out, how to become better.
Proby is now a welder. He trained while living behind bars, but when he tried to get a second job, some couldn't see beyond that search.
They finally sent a letter saying, hey, we can't hire you.
The North Carolina Justice Center says 92% of employers conduct criminal background checks, and the 1.6 million North Carolinians with criminal records are 50% less likely to get a call back.
Now, employers really don't even have to do sort of a background check. They can just Google people.
While a North Carolina business leader, Brian Hamilton has worked with current and former inmates for 26 years. He's now demanding legislation to clear criminal records from online search results after jail time has been served.
You should be punished. You should do the time, obviously. But I think any fair-minded American would question whether that should extend beyond your sentence.
Hamilton is a tech tycoon recently selling his company and moving into the nonprofit world. He says it doesn't matter whether the application box is checked or not if an employer has Wi-Fi.
That's not the problem. The problem right now is with technology people like me creating technologies or social media mechanisms where your past is permanently emblazoned on your forehead.
Mecklenburg County Family Court Administrator Darwin Rice helps expunge legal records. He says the challenge doesn't only exist for those who've served time, but those who have had charges dismissed as well.
Not just Google itself, but you also have actual sites, websites that are designed for having people's mugshots up there, having information about their record.
Rice says the idea of regulation has merit.
That's inaccurate information. Companies should not be using that.
And while Josh Proby pens his first book, while ending his stay at a local shelter, he moves to push beyond that online impression.
The reality of it is that some people will only be able to view you as who you used to be. And it's hurtful because it doesn't give that person who's getting out that opportunity to make that change.
Well, critics of this idea argue that employers should have easy access to that information online. Hamilton still believes that that information should be available only with a criminal background check. In Charlotte, Amanda Foster, WBTV, on your side.